7 considerations before offering surgery payment plans. Having started your surgery business successfully, you're definitely poring over how to make the venture more profitable. On your bucket list are items like creating a marketing plan, improving customer service, developing your salesmanship skills, increasing leads, boosting customer loyalty, and decreasing operating costs, among others. In the long run, all these efforts will be supported by the revenue generated by the business. In other words, you have to charge your customers an amount of money that covers all your expenses and leaves you with some profits. And of equal importance is the system with which you receive the money, otherwise known as payment plan. Here are the top considerations you ought to take into account before settling on any payment plan. Number 1, customers' preference. They need to be customer centric in your surgery business can't be overemphasized. Remember, they are the very reason for your existence. There's no you without them, so always strive to give them whatever they like as long as it's within your means. Some like paying in cash, others using credit cards, others e-payments, checks, Bitcoin, mobile payments, etc. You must be a bit flexible in accepting different modes of payment. Restricting your customers to only one form of payment will be disadvantageous to most of them. Number 2, payment processing fees. Cash and checks are your go-to options if you don't want a portion of your money to be stolen by the payment processors. For credit card payments, be ready to lose about 1.5 to 4% each time a client pays you. For example, suppose you charge an average of $7,000 per surgery and you do 10 surgeries in a month. Your total monthly income should be $70,000, which is equivalent to $840,000 per year. But with the usually high credit card processing fees, you can lose about $2,800 every month, or a whopping $33,600 per year. Honestly, that's a lot of cash. If you give your surgery customers the option of paying with credit cards, find ways to reduce or eliminate the processing fees. Solution: one of the most effective ways to eliminate credit card processing fees is passing the processing fees to your customers through a credit subcharge program. If you charge $7,000 per surgeries, the system will require them to pay $7,280 to cater for a 4% payment processing fee. You will then pocket the total of $7,000 to yourself. Sounds great. You can follow the following link to get more information about how credit subcharges work. Number 3, security. You don't want to take chances when it comes to money. You've worked extremely hard to be where you are now, and you deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor. However, crooks do exist. They do all they can to make all or part of your hard-earned money, but be very vigilant not to fall prey to fraudsters. Where is your surgery business located? If it's at the far end of some doubtable downtown street, be careful when receiving cash payments from your customers. It's effortless for robbers to escape with the whole amount and leave you speechless. Cashless forms of payment are better in such cases, but even so, be advised that credit cards and mobile payments are also susceptible to fraud, though the risk is lower than handling cash. Number 4, device requirements. For cash payments, you may not need any device. That's especially true if your eyes can differentiate between genuine notes and fake notes, and your fingers know how to count cash. But for the sake of accuracy, you may want to invest in a money counting machine. For credit card payments, make sure you have a reliable credit card swipe machine. There is no need for you to rent one. That will only increase your monthly overhead costs. Consider purchasing one. They're usually budget friendly. For e-payments and mobile transactions, you'd rather have a decent PC or mobile device with reliable antivirus protection to safeguard you from online hackers. Number 5, customer credit worthiness. If the customer has a good credit history, it doesn't have to let them pay in installments. The need for surgery may crop up at an unexpected time when there's no cash. Don't close out on such clients. Calculate a friendly deposit for them and spread the balance over several months. However, exercise caution with clients whose credit scores are shockingly low. Number 6, assurance of payments. Credit cards, cash, and electronic payments are usually instant. Thus, there is no need to worry. But when it comes to checks, you are bombarded with the possibility of them bouncing. The majority of checks bounced are due to insufficient funds in the issuer's account and inaccurate writing and signing. When you deposit the check with your bank and it bounces, it means you'll have to discuss the issue with your customer and wait for long as they sort out the problem. One way to avoid bounce checks is to ask your customers to write a cashier's check instead of a personal check. Cashier's checks are drawn against your customers' bank funds rather than their personal account. This way, there is no possibility of the check being declined if the customer's account has enough funds. Number 7, need for record keeping. It's absolutely vital to keep your business records. Without tracking your income and expenses, you'll soon be lost in the financial sea of confusion. E-payments are great for automatic record keeping. Every transaction you make is precisely noted, together with the date, time, amount, and purpose of transaction. Credit card payments can be equally good if linked to your bank account, from which you receive monthly statements. But for cash payments, you may have to record every transaction you make manually. If that feels too hectic for you, you can always employ the services of an accountant. Which way forward? You now know what other options to consider when choosing a payment plan for your client surgery. Go back to your drawing board and come up with the most effective payment plan. Deciding on which payment scheme to have will definitely give you a hard time, but having more options will be best for you and your clients.